Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting beer review, and today we're gonna look at something really interesting. It's the Hirschbrauerei Ergenzingen Export Beer Special Hell, and it comes in this Bügelverschluss bottle, as you can see. And why am I interested in this particular one? It's because I'm now back with beers from Baden-Württemberg again. I've been having a lot from Baden-Württemberg before, and now I'm having the remaining ones from Baden-Württemberg, the remaining breweries. I've been collecting them for a long time, and we're starting with this Hirschbrauerei in Ergenzingen. And it's of course just the way I like it. Old, small, local brewery, traditional brewery, which is brewing traditional beer styles like this Export Helles, which is an export that is pale beer. So I think this is the most sold beer style from this brewery. It gives a really nice impression, very classical and traditional appearance of the bottle and the label and everything that I found about the brewery. Very small, old brewery, just the way I like it. So after this reviews that is coming up in the future, I'm done with Baden-Württemberg, and that is a major achievement for me because I started with Franken, after that Bavaria, and now Baden-Württemberg will be done too. So I'm after that continuing with the rest of Germany. Of course, it's a hard job to find the small beers, but that's my big interest in my life. So this, a closer look of the label. Hirschbrauerei Hell Export Spezialbier, top label, and the back label with some information that is I'm gonna read later on in the review. But let's start with open up the bottle with a big Bügelverschluss, like that. Smoke coming out, showing that it's in the right temperature, and of course pour that into the, as I always say, for the very well fitting glass. This glass fits quite nice with the export. And of course, Export Hell means that it's a pale export, not a dunkles export. And an export is a little bit stronger than a normal Helles, more rich in taste, almost like a Malzen, regarding the taste and alcohol content, which is 5.2 in this Hirschbrauerei Ergenzingen. Hirschbrauerei is quite a common name for brewers in the area. There are quite many Hirschbrauerei in Baden-Württemberg, but this is the one from Ergenzingen, and it was founded 1866. I think you can find the brewery's website, which is right here, Hirschbrauerei Ergenzingen DE. There you can see it, hopefully, the website, and there you can find more information about the brewery and their beers and so on. And it looks really nice. Let's also mention some things about taking care of your beer glass, which is really important, of course, to achieve the right taste when you drink a beer. Don't use a washing machine, only rinse it with cold water just before you pour up the beer. Don't use a towel to make it dry, just shake off the water. That helps the right foam to appear during the pouring. That's what I've learned, so that's a technique that I'm using. Let's see what it says more on the label. Gebraut nach dem Reinheitsgebot von 1516. Hirschbräu, Hell Export Spezialbier, Wilhelm Grammer, Gründer der Hirschbrauerei Ergenzingen, ein Bier aus der guten alten Zeit. Dieses helle, vollmundige Spezialbier wird nach überlieferten Familienrezepten und getreu dem Reinheitsgebot von 1516 gebraut. Zutaten: frisches Brauwasser, Gerstenmalz und feiner Hopfen. Alcohol content 5.2. Hirschbrauerei Ergenzingen DE is the website, and something that I also like to do very much is, of course, taking a look at how the brewery is looking like, looking at pictures of the exterior and the interior, because it really gives this really old feeling of the brewery that has been in an old town for many years. This is a really good example of that. So let's take a look at how beautiful it is with a 2-finger white foam crown, as you can see. So let's give it a try. Hirschbrauerei, Ergenzingen, Export, Spezialbier, Hell, Prost! Yeah, it gives a really great impression. Really easy to drink. Really good example of the style. Great beer. Well tasting and rich in its taste. So really a good beer in my opinion. Definitely a recommendation. Unfortunately, it will be hard to find if you're not in the town, but it's worth visiting if you're interested in beers. Don't think about it, just go to these old small South German towns that is often having still their own brewery. Of course, back in the days there were many breweries in the same small town, but some of them is left, and this is one of them. I really like that. I hope that they're gonna survive, even though I don't understand how they're doing, but because if you only sell in your own hometown and having your pub, that is maybe not so many guests. Anyway, I'm gonna show you some information from one of my books about breweries in Baden-Württemberg. Here is Hirschbrauerei, Ergenzingen, as you can see. Some information about it. Das frische Bier gebraut nach dem alten Familienrezept. Rottenburg, Ergenzingen, Urtypel Pils, Naturtrübes Pils, Weizenbiere. Bock is the seasonal one, of course. Always interesting to read some history about it, read some information, and this book really shows that it's a brewery and not only a trademark or something like that. That is, the brewery is still brewing themselves, and not only has closed down and sell the rights to a bigger brewery that is having the same label. But this is a really nice old brewery that is still surviving. Really nice. Yeah, that's the Hirschbrauerei Ergenzingen in Rottenburg, Baden-Württemberg. See you next German beer review.